Listen, Levan is really, really powerful. Like he's an incredible arm wrestler. He's a great champion, and that's why I had to go and get Brian Shaw.
Does this guy have potential to become the best in the world in arm wrestling?
Yes.
What is next for Brian Shaw now that he trained with Devon? Guys, just recently, Engen had a little live stream with Devon, and as we saw from the beginning, Devon did say that Brian has the capacity to become the #1 puller in the world. And this is something that has been quite discussed by the fans lately. But of course, now that Brian has trained with Devon, he needs to start practicing what he've learned. And when I saw that Devon was back home, a question popped into my mind like, what is next for Brian? He learned the technique, but who is he going to use against? And this is quite interesting, because if we look to somebody like Larry Wheels, Larry isn't really that humongous like Brian is, but Larry always used to have guests over in Dubai, on where he used to arm wrestle against those guests, he used to arm wrestle against people from the gym, he used to arm wrestle against a lot of people, so Larry had a lot of practice. But even with the practice, we saw that it wasn't enough for him to have a pay-per-view win. There was times that he was beaten by people who weren't even professional pullers. But to think that something of the same nature would happen to Brian, to me, is sort of unimaginable. Even because, as Devon said, Brian's very smart. So, in that way, against whoever Brian may train or pull, he's going to remember his training with Devon, and he's going to apply what he learned. So, having that in mind, I really would like to see Brian having for real sparrings against people such as Dave Chafee or even Jerry Carteret. And the reason why is because, firstly, they live in the same country, and secondly, unlike Larry in his start, Brian has really been seen getting pinned in any sparring that he had. Like, as much as he didn't spar much, it would be pretty interesting to see Brian actually making force to not get pinned. And who better than actual super heavyweights to test Brian's table strength? So, in short, Brian needs to find his current level in table strength, and I believe that the only way to find it is by actually pulling others. But what about you guys? What do you think Brian should do now that he has learned from Devon? Leave down in the comments, and thank you so much for watching.